Everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. I have an update to share about two of Trump's Capitol insurrectionists. It's time for an episode of Where Are They Now?
Matthew Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
So 53-year-old Douglas Wangler and 58-year-old Bruce Harrison are friends from Illinois, and they were both seen in photos and videos inside the Capitol building. Wangler was pretty cavalier about his actions on January 6th. He wrote to Witness One, quote, "If I walk around and singing some patriotic songs is a crime, then I guess I am guilty." Harrison, on the other hand, told a witness that he was concerned that the FBI was looking for him. And in an April 15th interview with the FBI, they were each interviewed, I should say, on that same day. Both Wangler and Harrison admitted that the January 6th crowd was violent. They admitted that they saw people climbing the scaffolding and waving flags. And they said that although the Capitol doors were open when they got there, they did admit that there was glass on the ground and that the windows on either side of the door were broken. The men also say that they witnessed what appeared to be mace on the floor, and they saw a pile of broken furniture pieces. And Wangler described the group as, quote, "a big crazy mob." He also explained that they were throwing things at officers and spraying them with chemicals. Wangler also said that the crowd kept trying to break through barricades and that the police kept trying to stop them. And Harrison admitted to hearing alarm bells as they entered the building. So they clearly knew they weren't supposed to be in there. But both men claim that they walked in and they asked an officer, "Hey, are we going to get in trouble for being in the building?" And they say that the officer, allegedly shrugged his shoulders and said something like, "Oh, it doesn't matter now." So Wangler and Harrison were arrested on May 28th, 2021, and they struck a deal not long after that. They each pleaded guilty to one count of parading or demonstrating in a Capitol building. They were hit with, the basic 4 misdemeanors. Well, that one misdemeanor comes with a potential 6 months maximum in prison and then thousands of dollars in fines. However, prosecutors were only seeking 3 years probation. For Wangler, they were seeking 3 years. And for Harrison, they wanted 4 years probation. Now, they wanted more for Harrison because apparently he deleted photos and videos after January 6th. So their attorney told the judge that the men, quote, "feel extreme remorse. If they could do it all over again, they would not have gone. It wasn't what they thought it was going to be." Wangler himself told Judge Dabney Friedrich that he deeply regrets his actions. That was a direct quote. And Harrison said, quote, "it was not worth it." Because the men were some of the few who didn't post on social media, they didn't make threats of future violence, they didn't, post all kinds of crazy stuff. They didn't post anything at all. The judge said, well, you were some of the, quote, "least culpable" for January 6th. In the end, she sentenced them both to only 2 years of probation, 60 hours of community service, and she didn't even bother to hit them with any kind of fine or restitution fee. I just don't get it. Just don't get it at all. Every single person who took part in that siege, whether they participated in the violence or not, they took the officers' attention away from assisting their fellow officers. They made it possible for the violence and the vandalism to occur. I'm not saying that these guys belong in prison for 4 years, but something. Seriously, 2 years of probation. They knew that the building had been broken into and they entered it anyway. And, in your mid-50s, you damn well better know that what you're doing is right or wrong. And you better be able to predict the consequences of your actions. So this is a bullshit sentence, especially a part about them not even having to contribute to the restitution fee to cover the cost of the damage done to that building that we all pay taxes for. So I looked it up. I mean, it was just no surprise to me to find that she was appointed by Donald Trump. This judge was appointed by Donald Trump. So there you go. She clearly needs to go. This was in no way, shape, or form an impartial sentence. And I say that any judge who refuses to impose at least a restitution fee, they should have to fork over the money themselves. If they don't think that it's any big deal that millions and millions of dollars in damage was done to that building to clean the feces and the piss that these animals left behind, which is an insult to animals, I'm sorry. I think the judge should have to pay it. Anyway, guys, I'll let you know when I hear more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Take care. I'll talk with you soon.